Hello friends, if you're new to my channel, welcome and thank you for stopping by. If you are a fan or a subscriber, welcome back and thank you for the patronage. Today I will be talking about the Satanic Panic, specifically on children's religious knowledge. There's not much I have to say, so let's get on with the video. In the 1980s, allegations of satanic ritual abuse began to emerge. This abuse allegedly occurred in bizarre settings that involved murder, torture, human and animal sacrifice, cannibalism, and many other atrocities. Reports initially came from adult survivors, but soon reports included children in daycare settings. This is taken from the report of Yonker and Yonker Baker in 1991. A 4-year-old boy had anal bleeding and subsequently in therapy told of sexual abuse involving other children. During the police investigation, 100 children, ages 4 to 11, were questioned. Some of them recounted events such as child sex abuse, objects being put in the genitals and rectums, eating or drinking urine and feces, and being forced to help murder other people. No physical or other evidence was ever found to corroborate these allegations, and serious questions were raised. Such questions eventually led to the case being dismissed. As more accusations were made, however, people started questioning the reality of SRA. Converging evidence now suggests that highly organized, secretive satanic cults were grossly exaggerated. Alleged victims have recanted their stories, and neither the police nor the FBI have found any evidence for such cults. We cannot say that isolated incidents of child abuse are not informed by religious beliefs, just that child abusing satanic cults are unlikely to exist. Neither does it imply that the child abuse allegations are totally false. However, truth was obscured by purely imaginative fictions. If these allegations are not true, how did so many become convinced of SRA by satanic cults that never existed? The answer is very complicated, but I'm going to try to simplify it. In terms of psychology, vulnerable persons may be led to believe they were abused due to media coverage. These persons may actually have been abused, or they may suffer from high suggestibility. In addition to media, these persons may be exposed to leading forensic interviews or therapy using inherently flawed memory recovery techniques. Unfortunately, media coverage and seminars provided children and adults with knowledge concerning the typical features of SRA. Such information can be relayed to children through well-intentioned but leading interviews and questions. When SRA first emerged, one argument was that children wouldn't have been able to allege SRA unless they had witnessed it. Weir and Whitcroft have observed that children know a great deal more about ceremonies and the occult than adults give them credit for. Quas et al. Designed an experiment to determine children's general religious knowledge as well as the extent of their knowledge specific to SRA and to identify possible sources of that knowledge. Indeed, as with most things, age was a big factor in knowledge. Children and adults that are more concrete in their religious concepts, for example, the devil is real, than abstract, for example, the devil represents something, may be more likely to believe in SRA and may be more prone to believe they were themselves victims of SRA should it be suggested. The amount of media exposure also predicted children's level of knowledge. Children who had seen movies like The Exorcist or listened to heavy metal had more satanic knowledge than children who were relatively naive to these types of entertainment. Greater exposure to horror films predicted higher non-religious precursor knowledge but less religious knowledge. Even though pre-adolescent children do not hold enough knowledge to concoct SRA allegations on their own, many children do have general knowledge of Satanism, the occult, and violence. Very young children, 3 to 4 years of age, possess at least some knowledge relevant to SRA. Therefore, it is conceivable for children to make statements that an adult might misinterpret as SRA allegations, particularly if the adult believes SRA happens and is common. When children are specifically prompted, they can reveal quite a bit of knowledge that can be misconstrued, leading to false allegations of SRA. Therefore, children can and often do have at least some knowledge of ritual abuse without directly experiencing it. Well, friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to know when I come out with new content, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. My Twitter, Discord, email, and PayPal links are in the description, along with the source that I used. Please leave comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you. Question everything and never be afraid. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not watched them, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until later, goodbye, friends.